Hello, citizens, and welcome back. The European Super League is again on the agenda. They're trying to bring it in. They are trying to ruin football. They are trying to ruin the beautiful game. So make sure to hit that like button, hit subscribe as well. And let's jump into this one. For the European Super League, of course, they tried to bring it in a couple of years ago before COVID. It was an absolute disaster. We saw fans all over the world protest against it. We saw clubs quickly pull out of it, and rightly so as well, because the European Super League represents what football shouldn't be. Football isn't for the elite. Football isn't for those with just money. Football is for everyone. It starts on the park as a kid, and it continues on the park, just a more glamorous one, if you will, for adults as well. And it's for every person to enjoy. It's free to play. It's free to enjoy. And to me, to be honest with you, it's shocking that we have to spend so much to watch it as well. But of course, football is a business these days. And the European Super League, unfortunately, is a business. It's not a sport. It's not for fans. It's so the elite and for those with money can line their pockets some more. And as fans, we should be completely against any sort of European Super League. Now, what I want to say as well is that the Champions League, UEFA in general, that's pretty much for the elite as well. They don't like change. They don't like smaller clubs coming into it. We've seen it with City in the last few years, whether you're for or against City, it doesn't really matter. But if you look at it any sort of way, when City got bought, they brought in all these rules to try and stop us from spending our money. They tried to stop us competing with the elite. Ultimately, they failed to do so. And of course, we're seeing it again now with the Premier League as well, where they're trying to make a stand against City and say, look, you can only spend what you earn. Now, what I will say as well, there are plenty of clubs like Manchester United and plenty others as well who are hundreds of £1,000,000 in debt, and yet they're somehow, staying up with profitability and sustainability rules. They're not breaking any rules because they're spending what they're earning, but they're hundreds of millions in debt. City, a club not in debt, cannot spend any money they have. Therefore, they're trying to stop us competing with those teams. They're trying to stop us going above United, Real Madrid, Barcelona. They don't want us to be a part of those because we're not a traditional massive club in their eyes. And the European Super League is that competition just tenfold as well. Now they're trying to bring in relegations now. They're saying, okay, you can't be relegated and promoted to it if you're a small club. But that's not true because the two top leagues, the ones that want to replace the Champions League, that you can't be demoted from that. You can still only get in that if you're an elite club with lots and lots of money. So for a smaller club to get into it, you can only go into the third tier. And it's just another disgusting way that these people are trying to ruin football, that they're trying to line their own pockets with our passion, our favourite sport, and that thing that really drives us and gets us through the week. Because if you remember, when I was a kid, and I'm sure like the rest of you as well, everyone looked forward to going to the games on a Saturday. Before Sky took it over and everything, we'd work hard. We'd wait to go there with our dads, and we'd go watch football. And it was quite cheap to get in, a few pounds here and there. Even as a City fan, when we were in the Premier League, standing in the kit packs, it wasn't that expensive. At least I don't think so. I was a kid at the time. But I still have good memories of it and fond memories of the club and the community around it and going around with all my dad's friends. You can't do that now because it's just too expensive. They're trying to price the poorer people out of these games and out of this sport. And it's just shocking to see, to be honest with you. Kids are treated like, they're treated like property rather than talent these days. And it is disgusting. And the European Super League, it just signifies everything wrong with this sport at the moment. Yes, UEFA need changing. Yes, FIFA need changing as well. The corrupt people all the way through it. And there's a reason why City fans boo the Champions League anthem. They're probably going to boo the Premier League anthem now. It's because these people in charge of it are not fit to run it. They're not true fans. They're like politicians, they go in there straight from school without any idea whatsoever what people want and what their community needs. And they just go in there and they think to themselves, how can we make more money? How can we reach a more global audience to make more money? And the European Super League isn't that. You shouldn't want a competition where you can't be relegated. You shouldn't want a competition where only the elite thrive. Football's all about dreams. It's all about passion. You're not going to be able to get that with the European Super League, and it's absolutely appalling that they're still trying to push it through, even though fans across the world, not just in England, but in France, in Germany, in Spain as well, all the fans came together and said, no, we are not having it. And hopefully they do that again, because any team or any club, any owner that signs up to the European Super League is an absolute disgrace. And yes, I put City in that bracket as well. City shouldn't have been a part of the European Super League propositions a few years ago. Now, you know, you can say we were the first to drop from it, but it's still not good enough. They shouldn't be a part of it, you know. And if you want to reach back to your fans, if you want to give to your fans as well, prices need to drop. They need to have more community-based events. You know, they need to go out to the schools. They need to do more reaching. They shouldn't be reaching for the billionaires and the oil acts and people like that. You know, football is for everyone. And the European Super League is an absolute disgrace. And like I said, so is FIFA, so UEFA, so the Premier League. You know, they don't like little clubs competing with their elite. They don't like little clubs to disrupt what they've got. Yes, it's fun when Leicester win the league because it's just a one-off thing. You know, it's quite cute to them. But they don't want them to win the Champions League because it's an embarrassment for everyone else. And that's what it is. So yeah, don't let this ruin football. Just don't let it. You know, and as fans, we've got to stand up for it and be like, look, not today. We're not doing it. And it is an absolute disgrace. And that's it, really. That's all I wanted to say on the European Super League. That I can't believe they're trying to do it again. And what is football becoming? You know, more and more, you know, it's just being ripped out from us. The soul of it's being destroyed with all these stupid rules like VAR coming in and ruining football. And then you've got, you know, all these profitability and sustainability rules to stop little teams spending money because, of course, you can only spend what you earn. So how are clubs meant to improve? How are clubs meant to compete with the elite? They're not. That's why those rules are in place. And it takes one big person and one big club to challenge it. And that club at the moment seems to be City in the Premier League, and we'll see where that goes. So yeah, are City cheats or are they just fighting against the elite? It's about time people wake up, don't you? I do. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe as well. Bye-bye.